You're welcome back, and this is the morning motivation segment. Now, food is very important, and for some persons, grabbing a quick bite is a lifesaver. On morning motivation today, we'll be looking at shawarma and grills because it's one of the quick bites you can grab when you're too lazy to cook, and a lot of persons are making money from it, especially in Lagos. And we have Nwuzie Christian Chimwanya joining us virtually to discuss this. He's the CEO of Big Don Shawarma and Grills, rather. Good morning, Christian, and thank you for being with us. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
All right. Now let us know the business. Looking at the shawarma and grills business, like I said, it's a quick grab when hungry and probably moving in transit, and you just need something to fill your stomach, and it's something really, really appealing. You get. So let us know the business of grills generally. I guess we're having a very crappy network there. Well, we'll just take a break and try to reconnect with Christian. We'll be right back. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and we apologize for that break in transmission. And we've reconnected with Nwuzie Christian Chimwanya, the CEO of Don Grills, Shawarma and Grills. And can you hear me now? Is it clear now?
I can hear you.
Okay, and thank you so much for staying with us. And now that I was asking before the network issues, I was talking about the business of grills and shawarma. It's a quick bite, and a lot of persons, when they are in transit, they just need to grab something to fill up their stomach, and probably they're hungry in the middle of the night and grabbing something, and a lot of money is being made in that sector. So I was asking to give us an overview of the business of grills.
Okay, the business is actually a lucrative one because a lot of people to undermine it. Anything that is food and that is you can just stack up, you can just go and have a snack up of it at any time that you want. That brings it's actually profitable, very, very profitable. So it's a very lucrative idea to do such. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, well, so now, but what's the market value on it? A lot of people are doing this. On the street, you can have 3 or 4 people doing the same thing. So how are you able to cope with those competitions and have your own customer base?
Well, it's all about the taste. Everybody has a different taste that he or she wants. Like my mother would always say, like, there are lots of businesses everywhere, but your customer is your customer. So there is a lot of people that would leave their zones where they have people doing all of this. Like, they will have up to 10 people doing it on their street just to come to my street to buy it. It's because of the satisfaction that they get. It's because of the feel satisfied whenever they eat this one. So they can risk coming to come and buy it and get that satisfaction and all the taste and everything about it. It's all about the taste. It's all about how good you are. It's all about how good you are.
Okay.
So, that.
Talking about the grills business now, what's the duration of learning? Because apparently you didn't just stumble into this in terms of waking up one day and deciding to become someone who is investing in the business. You had to learn. I don't know if you went through a school or you learned from someone, but what's the duration of that's learning process and the cost?
Okay, like I started this 3 years ago during the lockdown.
Okay.
I was at home, and then the idea struck to me that at that time there was nobody doing it on my street where I school in Ezekiel. So it struck my mind that I should actually start up this thing when I get back to school after the lockdown, and it should actually be a boom. So during the lockdown, I decided to go and learn it. So it's actually meant to be a 2-month program because I paid for a 2-month full tutorial on the grills and everything. So I found out that because I was already familiar with kitchen stuff and all that, I was And by
Oh,
2 weeks, I've already mastered my app and all that.
that's
So
good.
it didn't even take me up to a month. And then when the strike was called off and the lockdown was reopened,
Yeah.
I came back to school. Unfortunately, when I came back to school, I discovered that there are many people that had the same ideas I had while I was at home.
Wow, you're at home.
So about 2 people have already opened up here in my street, and I
Okay.
was like, wow, this is actually not as I thought again.
Mm-hmm.
And besides the capital, I had to source for funds. I had to source for funds from family
Okay.
members and all that. Then I started up. Quite alright. I got weak actually because I didn't want to open up in this my side again because
Okay.
2 people have already opened up. So I was like thinking of other places where I could open up. So I actually discovered that during my stay as a science student,
Yes.
there was a location where they did the science here in music. There was nobody doing it actually there. So I thought of it. I was like, maybe I could open up there. So I opened up there. But unfortunately, some factors, security factors and every other thing made me,
Yeah.
I had to close up there. Then I came back here and I opened up here. That is how the business has been
Okay.
doing since then.
You said you paid for 2 months, but you were able to learn within a month. How much was
Yeah.
that? How much did you pay for? And did you learn from someone directly, or there was a particular culinary school you learned from?
No, I actually learned from someone directly.
Oh, okay.
I learned directly from someone, and actually I paid 30K to learn at that time. At that time, I paid
So we're looking
30K
at
to
about
learn.
50,000 there upwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's run through, the cost of the business now. It's one thing to, learn from someone else who is already in the business. It's another thing to get the necessary equipment to start the business.
Yeah.
So what are those basic equipment one needs to get to start the business? And on the average, what's the cost of those items?
Well, basically, startup, you have to get your machine. Your machine is actually the first thing that you have to get.
Okay.
You have to get your machine. The machine is approximately about 50K.
Oh, okay.
Approximately 50K. Then you have to have your startup capital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me say roughly about 150K would be enough for you to start.
Okay, that's 50,000 there for the machine and 100 for startup capital, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
So with 150,000, one can start the shawarma business.
Yes.
Okay.
But that would be on the
Low scale.
layman scale.
Yes.
Oh, low
Okay.
scale. Okay, low scale.
Yeah.
All right. So aside this, is there anything else just to know when people are eating? Some persons where they do grills, they add pasta to it. Is that part of what you do too, or you just strictly grills and shawarma?
For now, I just do grills and shawarma now.
Okay.
Probably like in the coming years, would have more funding and would expand more and more and more and all that. But it's basically all about the startup first.
Okay. Well, I quite understand that. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being on the show this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. And now that was the Don Shawarma and Grills in person of Emusie Christian Jumoya speaking with us on the business of grills and shawarma generally. We'll take a short break now. iBrandTV continues after the break.